If you recall the fateful day of Shiva Asar Tammuz in the desert, when Moshe Rabbeinu was standing on Har Sinai and Yoshua was standing by the foot of the mountain, and he thought he heard the sounds of war. And Moshe responded to him, "It's not the sounds of armies raising their voices and sounds of triumph, nor is it the sound of crying and screaming when an army becomes weaker. It's not the sound of war. Rather, it's a sound of singing I hear. Kol anot anochi shomea," Moshe tells Yoshua. And as they approached the camp, they observed the golden calf, the Egel HaZahav, and dancing. It says that Moshe saw Vayar et ha'egel u'mcholot. He saw the Egel and he saw dancing. And perhaps one of the most jarring experiences is that joy, that unfettered simcha of the dance and the singing that was part of the sin of the golden calf. That can starkly contrast with a scene that was only a few months prior at Kriyat Yamsuf, when Miriam HaNevi'ah at Azeh Shir took the women and they also danced b'mecholot, and they sang with the same language of this responsive singing, Vatan lehem Miriam. And they used the song and the dance as a vehicle for closeness to Hashem, as an expression of praise and joy that is a beautiful and powerful thing. Now, we know from Tehillim, Ibudot Hashem b'simcha u'bo lefanav b'rinana. Serve Hashem with joy. Come to Him with gladness. We know Libi u'bsari yiranu el chai. David HaMelech tells us, my heart, my body, my soul, jump for joy, shout for joy to the living God. Right? We know from Halakha, the Mishnah Burak also quotes Tehillim and tells us that in time of prayer we're meant to be moving. Kol atzmotai ta'omara, Hashem mi chamocha. Right? All my bones, my whole body will call out to Hashem. Hashem, who is like you? There's the idea of our whole bodies being used to serve Hashem. There's this ideal image that we can remember from David HaMelech himself when he's bringing back the Aron to Yerushalayim, dancing freely in the streets, serving Hashem with such joy. This is where we want to be. We want to be like the Jewish people after Kriyat Yamsuf. We want to be like David HaMelech, celebrating Hashem with a song and dance. And this time of Shiva Asar Tammuz through Tisha B'Av, we minimize that song and dance. We have a sort of harchaka, a distance from that connecting to Hashem through this very amazing mode of dance and singing. And perhaps it's to remind us of how not only we failed in that area by Chet HaEgel, but how we can harness that power and use it to truly grow close to Hashem and to express our love for Hashem. Shai Agnon tells us when a person, he writes, right, in Tzmos Shel Shom, when a person raises their legs up in dance and his nefesh, his soul is elevated, that essentially his whole body, or her whole body, kol gufohim b'bchinat neshama, his whole body can transform into the soul. We yearn for this. We hope for this. And hopefully now we can remind ourselves to tap into the power of dance, to connect to Hashem. May you have a meaningful Shiva Asar Tammuz, a meaningful 3 weeks, and hopefully we can dance and sing with all our bodies and all our souls to serve Hashem.